Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 10, Episode 4 of the Timeline, July 29th, 2024. It's a day of recording, and with a recording, I don't know how long it will take me, so I bring myself to not do much on these kind of days, so I can record. Have a great day. July 30th, 2024. As I start my day, I'm going to get outside before it heats up. I did get the episode recorded yesterday, and I am thankful for that. I went outside to enjoy the morning air. I did clean up some and sat in the sun for about 30 minutes. When it started to get hot, I went inside and got ready to do a quick drive through the cemetery. When I get back home, I receive pictures of my granddogs watching TV. They really are too funny. And as my day comes to an end, I thank God and I went to bed. July 31st, 2024. It seems as though it's going to be another hot day, so I'm going to stay in and write in the screenplay. I just keep thinking every little bit I do, the closer I get to getting it done. Well, done for as far as we are, and get by the time I've written all else in. And let me just say, this is not easy. It's not just the writing, but to write it, to relive it, to rehash it all. It's emotional. It drains me, and I feel exhausted at times. But then I close down the computer, I put the pen and paper away for now, and I feel relieved. I feel accomplished, and I know in the end it will all be worth it to be able to tell Megan's story. Because, like they say, when you know something, you say something. Well, I know something. I'm saying something, and I have been, and I will until it's heard. I'm here to do this task for God and the angels involved. I'm just the messenger, and I know in my mindset of this story, it was meant for me to take them pictures so many years ago, and now I know that question has been answered. And now I'm to help so many that don't have a voice. I do believe I'm here by the grace of God. August 1st, 2024. Good morning. This is my free day. I take it as. It feels as though it will be hot again today. So this morning and early afternoon, I'm spending time outside before it does. Then later this afternoon, when I go inside, I start to write in the screenplay, and I worked on that most of the day. August 2nd, 2024. Getting my day started, I went to the country to help my friend with his shopping and cleaning. When I finish, I leave and I go to the cemetery just to drive through. When I get home, I start to write an episode for this next week. I work on it until I finish and I set it aside. I didn't reread it or time it, but I will get it done. August 3rd, 2024. My eyes are open and I'm so grateful. I tell him thank you. After I start my day, I did reread the episode and I timed it. It's ready to be recorded. But today I'm spending time outside and doing as the day comes. I will relax too, clear my mind and recharge myself. I need this every now and then. I believe everyone needs it and or deserves it. August 4th, 2024. This morning waking up, my thoughts are scattered. Thinking about this, thinking about that. Everything really. I pray to God. I tell him thank you and I get up. After I eat breakfast, I sit down at the bar counter in my kitchen to start writing the episode for the next week. I need to at least start it to get ahead of myself because I will be busy and I may not find the time to write the episode. So I start to write, and I wrote for an hour and a half and I set it aside. Then I thought, I'm not doing much more today, so I'm going to spend some time outside around the pool. So I get my things ready, my tanning lotion, my towel, my hammock. I turn the radio on and I spent some time first laying in the sun. It is a beautiful day, so why not? And I do know not to be in the sun too long. And it is supposed to heat up. But before it does, I need some natural vitamin D. And then I get in the pool. I swim, getting some exercise in. Then I lay in the sun, but on the raft. And believe me, I lay on this raft like I'm not getting out anytime soon type attitude. I lay here with my eyes closed, feeling the skimmer current move the raft from side to side and from end to end, with my help pushing off the side if I ran into one. I'm relaxed, and all of a sudden I feel something on my middle left foot toe. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh no, I hope it's not a wasp. I peeked open one eye and looked, and as I did, it flew away. Flying over me, I'm watching it, and I realize it's a butterfly. I'm laying here watching it fly around me with my forearms resting on my forehead, and for a split minute I didn't see the butterfly anymore. But at the same moment, I feel something on my right hand, pinky finger. I raise my hands slowly away from my forehead, and to no surprise, it's the butterfly again. Then it flew away. I then get out of the pool, lay in the sun to dry off some before going into the house. I relax a little after I get a bite to eat, and then later this evening I went to the cemetery. When I pull up to Wyatt, Madison is sitting with her baby brother visiting with him. I took a couple pictures. I also took a picture of his headstone. Madison and I visit with him, and a short time later we pull around to visit Megan. Madison sits with Megan and I take a picture. In the second picture, it is of the southeast headstone, close up onto the rock headstone, headstones to the west, and onto the Mother Mary statue. In the third picture, it's of Madison sitting at Megan's resting place near her flowers. In the fourth picture, I took it facing east. It's of the headstone where the north tree stood at one time, west of the big drain. This big drain has been sitting there since 1999, and I'm sure beforehand. The fifth picture is taken more from the south, facing east in this same area. In the sixth picture, it's a picture in the west of the cemetery facing south and how the headstones are scattered in Babyland 6th West area. The next picture is a close-up picture of the same area. And then in the eighth picture, it's in the rows of headstones more east in this area and how scattered they look. In the ninth picture, it's from the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, the existing tree, the two headstones, which was washed down from the north of the tree to the south of the tree, and then on to Megan's flowers stuck in the ground where she was laid to rest in 1999. There are headstones to the south and headstones to the west. In the next picture is a full view area of Babyland 6th West. And in the 11th picture, wow, The sun glow in this picture almost looks like wings, one on each side of the sun, but it's a picture in the north area where the north tree was. In the 12th picture, the sun glow is the same, but now it's on the south side of the tree and not the north. It's shining down between the electrical pole and the existing tree. In the 13th picture, it's a close-up picture of the newly set-in headstone of the same last names. In the next picture, it's a close-up picture of the grass, the dead grass between the two newly set-in headstones. The date of the year passing on the first headstone is 2021, and the second headstone is dated 2022. Newly set in 2024. When I'm done walking the area and taking pictures, we visit with Megan and then leave the cemetery. When I get home, I watch TV and I call it a day. August 5th, 2024. When my day starts, I finish writing the episode for next week. When I finished, a few hours later, I eat, I clean up, and I try to record the episode for this Wednesday. I didn't get it today. I tried 8 times, but I will get it tomorrow. August 6, 2024. Waking up this morning, I thank God. I ask Him to help me get this week's episode recorded, and I get up. I eat breakfast, I clean up, and I start to record. It took me most of the afternoon, but I finally did get it. It is ready to air tomorrow on Wednesday at 8 p.m. August 7th, 2024. This morning, Madison and I are going to the country. We went shopping and done a few errands, and when I return back home, I relax and wait for the episode to air. And I just gotta say, it's been a good day. August 8th, 2024, 8:31 a.m. this morning, there are workers at my house to get equipment and tools that was left from the pool work. A man is also here to take down my old fence. He has taken the wooden fence panels with him to build birdhouses. When I get my new fence up, he will place my birdhouse on the fence. A little later this evening, I receive pictures of my granddogs, and I say good night. August 9th, 2024. This morning when I start my day, I said thank you. After I have breakfast and I clean, I go to the cemetery. I visit with Wyatt, and a short time later I went to visit Megan. I only stayed a short time and then I left the cemetery. When I got home, I went outside to sit on the patio, and at 4:19 p.m. I see a cardinal sitting on the chain-linked fence. It's just sitting there looking at me. In the next picture, it flutters around on the fence and then jumps onto the wooden fence post, and then flew into the tree. Then a few minutes later, the bird jumps down to the grass below, and of course I'm taking pictures. In the next photo, it flew back up to the fence and just sat there. It then flew up to the electrical wires, and I took pictures before it flew away. Hours later, at 7:33 p.m., the cardinal is back sitting on the chain link fence again. I took 2 pictures and watched it until it was out of sight. A short time later, I went inside and called it a day. August 10th, 2024. Thank you, God. Today I am enjoying some time away. I need to breathe. I need to not think too much about all of it. This is why I wrote the episode early this past Sunday and Monday. Instead of like I usually do, I write it on Friday or Saturday. But it's done, so I'm taking some time. And it's funny too, because the moment you think you are taking a break, someone calls. My sister. She tells me on one of our listening apps, it is no longer there. So Google Podcast is going away. Susie also mentions talking to lawmakers and asking for any kind of advice or information to what we can do in the state of Oklahoma to get help to establish or draft a law to prevent these kind of matters of happening again. And I know we'd greatly appreciate the help. When Susie and I were done talking, I chuckled a little and thought to myself, I can't drive too far away, and I don't want to. Then I thought, for every person who downloads, 2 ears are hearing this. August 11th, 2024. It's a rainy type day, a good day to stay in for now. I'm writing in the screenplay and thinking of recording the episode. But before I recorded, I went to the cemetery at 4:28 p.m. I pull up to Wyatt's area. I snap a photo from the street and I sit in the car to visit with him due to the rain. A short time later, I pull around to visit Megan, and as pull up, I see water laying in the grass and on the grounds. In the second picture, there is water laying widespread in the Babyland 6th West area. In the third picture, the electrical pole is in the center of the picture. The water is visible in this picture also. And in the next two pictures, there is also water laying west of the tree, and you can see water on the grounds in the grass. In the sixth picture, it's in the area close up of the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, and onto headstones to the west and to the Mother Mary statue. And the seventh picture shows water laying in the grass south of the newly set in headstones. And then in the next two pictures, it's taken just south of the existing tree to the north where headstones sit now. But between 1999 and 2011, a tree sat there. After I visit with Megan, I pull away and leave the cemetery. When I get home, I relax. I did not record. August 12th, 2024. First thing this morning, my phone rings. I'm now going on a short road trip with my grandson and friend. On our way back, we stopped to eat, and then I got back on the road to get home. We made it safely, and I'm ready for bed. August 13th, 2024. Thank you, God. I start my day to begin to record. I do need to get it done today. So everyone have a good day. August 14th, 2024. I'm thankful I did get the episode recorded yesterday. So today I will go to the cemetery. On my way over, Madison calls me, so I tell her I'm going to the cemetery, and when I leave, I will come to her house. I pull in and I go to visit Wyatt. I didn't stay long, and then I pull away to go visit Megan. I visit with her for a few minutes, and then I pull away to go to Madison's house. When I get there, I see the dogs in the screen door. Madison comes out of the house and gets in the car, and we leave her house to go shopping and out to eat. When I take Madison home, I go home. The episode airs tonight. August 15th, 2024. My free day. It's Thursday. I'm going to the country to help clean my friend's house. We also went to lunch. When we finish, I drive back to his house and help him put his groceries away. And then when I left there, I drove home. And when I get home, I did sit down to write in the screenplay. I wrote a few hours and then sat to watch the news, and I said good night. August 16th, 2024. On this day, when my day starts, the man that started taking the fence down is here. And now I need to decide when to install the new fence. When they finish the work today, they leave. Madison sends me pictures of Wyatt's area in the cemetery and Megan's area too. I really do appreciate Madison when she does this. I like it because you never know what you can vision from someone else's pictures. Thank you, Madison. Later this evening, I write. Well, I start the episode for this next Wednesday. I did not finish it, but I will tomorrow. August 17th, 2024. Thank you, God, for waking me. I start my day with intentions of finish writing the episode, but I didn't do that. I went to the country with my grandson to help our friend with yard work. I will write a little when I get home. August 18th, 2024, excuse me. Thank you, God. When I start my day, I did finish the writing of the episode, so I'm rereading it and timing it today. When I'm done, I relax around the pool for a little while. I enjoy this Sunday afternoon and evening, and then I watch a little TV and went to bed. I will decide tomorrow when I will record, and I will see what the next 2 days are like. August 19th, 2024. When I wake up this morning, I thank God. I did decide I will record today, but before I get started, I went to the cemetery at 2:37 p.m. When I first walk up to Wyatt's area, he has no flowers in his vase on his headstone. Then I set in yellow, red, and beige flowers. I did take a few pictures, and then I take a picture facing south and a picture facing north. Headstones are all in a row. I soon leave Wyatt's area and I pull around to visit Megan. I did take the first picture of the full view area in Babyland 6th West. Megan has no flowers either, so I set her flowers. I stuck them in the ground west of the existing tree. Her flowers are red, orange, and a mauve color. They look really nice. In the third picture, it's a picture close up of Megan's flowers. The fourth picture is taken from the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign. Headstones to the south, which should set to the north, and set near the north tree as pictures show from earlier years. Then on to the existing tree to Megan's flowers and headstones to the west, including the newly set in headstone set in 2019. In the fifth picture, I take the picture west of the rock headstone facing east, and it's so wrong to view this picture as to where the southeast headstone sets and the rock headstone sets, because the southeast headstone is the headstone that sat next to this existing tree, and the rock headstone should set west of the existing tree, between the tree and Megan. In the sixth picture is of the rock headstone close up, and in the seventh picture, I take it from the southeast headstone, west to the rock headstone, on west to the other headstones, and on to the Mother Mary statue. In the next picture, it's of the two newly set in headstones just north of the electrical pole. The ninth picture is a newly set in headstone close up and the dead grass in between the two. And in this last picture of the day, it's a full view picture, but I'm standing south of the small drain, to the south from the electrical pole to just north of the existing tree. And in this picture, it is from the small drain to the double headstones, to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, to Megan's Flowers and on west to the newly set in Headstone. Like I said, set in 2019. It's all in the pictures. And as I end this episode, keep in mind, I'm still fighting. I still believe Megan's story needs to be known. Will you help me? Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.